Welcome to English Language Academy. I traveled to the world's most dangerous island alone. Chapter 1: The Decision. The idea first came to me while I was scrolling through an old travel blog. There it was. The world's most dangerous island. The article described a remote place shrouded in mystery. Some called it haunted. Others whispered about wild beasts, treacherous cliffs, and even stories of vanished visitors. Most people would stay far away. Not me. I was always looking for adventure, and this sounded perfect. I packed my bag with the essentials: a sturdy flashlight, extra batteries, a compass, food, and a first aid kit. I didn't tell anyone except my best friend Mira. "You're crazy," she said. "Why would you do this?" "I need to know what's out there," I replied. Chapter 2: The Journey. The island was in the middle of a stormy ocean, far from civilization. It took me 2 flights, a bus ride, and a shaky boat trip to get there. The boatman was an old man with a face full of wrinkles. He refused to step foot on the island. "I'll drop you off, but don't expect me to wait. People who go there don't come back." As the boat approached the island, I could see jagged cliffs rising from the water. The place felt alive, as if it were watching me. Chapter 3: Setting foot on the island. When I stepped onto the rocky beach, the boat disappeared behind the waves. I was alone. The first thing I noticed was the silence. No birds, no wind, just the distant sound of waves crashing against the rocks. The island had dense jungle and sharp cliffs. A narrow path led into the trees, and I followed it. Chapter 4: The First Signs of Trouble. After an hour of hiking, I found strange carvings on the trees. They looked like symbols, circles, triangles, and handprints. It felt as if someone had been there recently. As night fell, the air grew cold. I set up camp in a small clearing, but sleep didn't come easily. I kept hearing rustling sounds in the bushes. At one point, I shined my flashlight into the darkness and caught the reflection of eyes staring back. Whatever it was, it disappeared before I could see it clearly. Chapter 5: The Cave. The next morning, I found a hidden cave entrance near the cliffs. Inside, the walls were covered in ancient drawings of people, animals, and what looked like monsters. In the center of the cave, there was a pile of bones, human bones. I felt a chill run down my spine. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. Chapter 6: The Encounter. I turned around, but no one was there, just the echo of my own breathing. Then I heard a voice, a whisper: "Leave." I ran out of the cave, my heart pounding. The jungle felt alive again. Branches swayed as if something was chasing me, even though the air was still. Chapter 7: The Climax. By the 3rd day, I was completely lost. My compass stopped working, and the symbols on the trees seemed to lead in circles. At night, I saw shadows moving just beyond my campfire's light. My food was running low, and my flashlight flickered. On the final night, I felt something grab my arm. I screamed and swung my flashlight. Whatever it was let go, and I ran. Chapter 8: The Escape. I stumbled onto the beach at dawn, exhausted and terrified. The old boatman's boat was there, as if he knew I'd return. "You're lucky," he said as I climbed aboard. "Most people don't make it back." Chapter 9: The Aftermath. When I returned home, I tried to tell my story, but no one believed me. Mira just shook her head and said, "You're lucky to be alive." To this day, I don't know what was real and what was my imagination, but I do know this: I'll never go back to that island again. The end. Thanks for watching English Language Academy. Subscribe now.